Welcome. So I'm going to tell you a story about me. It's all about me. But I'm really going to talk about is drones. Whoa. Come back. It isn't going to be that boring. Well, it might be, just a bit. Of course, this isn't the first RC type model I've had in my lifetime. When I was a younger man in Canada, there was a small model shop in our town, a small town that I lived in. And they had them in the windows, the planes, the boats, the sort of four-wheel trucks, the tanks. And I was very interested in them, but they weren't cheap. These were really good models, good radio controls. They were expensive. But eventually I bought a dune buggy, and with the controller that came with it, it could go way out of sight and you'd still be in control. It was a really good controller. And I had a lot of fun with that buggy. And I wore tires out on the back quite a few times, spinning around in the dirt and the sand and everything, and it would really go fast. But then I thought, I'm going to buy a boat. Not a full-size boat. I already had one of them. I wanted a small RC model, but a really cool-looking speedboat. So I bought one, and it was really good. It skipped along the water real fine and turned real fast, and it actually looked just like a real boat, kind of sleek. And one day my brother-in-law wanted to have a go, and we were at the lake having a few beers, and he was skipping along the old lake going way out, and he was doing donuts, and that was a favorite thing to do. Now a boat, especially an RC boat, it's designed to do donuts and go fast forward, but what he didn't know was he was doing donuts backwards, and the boat didn't do too well. It did 3 donuts in reverse, but we didn't know it was in reverse, and then it sank in the middle of the lake. Now, if my face must have been a picture at that time, my brother-in-law's face was quite a picture too. But give my brother-in-law his dues. He happened to know a couple of guys that were doing a scuba course and were dying just to try out the gear. So he told them there's a boat out in the middle of the lake somewhere, a yellow one. Of course, it was a remote control boat. And off they went. And it was the next day now, and I had not a lot of hope of them finding it, because that was a fairly deep lake, with weeds and everything else, and who knows where that boat must have gone. About 20 minutes, they come up on the top of the water with the boat in their hand, yelling and screaming. They found it. I was amazed. So I dried the boat out and dried the servos out, because we all know that's the most expensive thing about the RCs is their servos. And I put it in another unit and it worked just damn fine. So let's get back to the why I bought a drone. I bought a drone for one specific thing only, and that was to take videos, because you can't get the angles like that any other way. And I know people who spend out the money and buy a drone just to fly, and their camera absolutely goes to waste, and they're paying extra for that camera. If I wanted to just fly an RC model, I'd buy a plane, because a drone is just too jittery, but a plane can be smooth. And don't get me started on buying a helicopter. Can you imagine trying to fly that? I mean, it would be really great to buy a really expensive drone with a cracking camera on it that would just hover smoothly, turn smoothly, and you can make really classy looking videos. But as I'm a poor guy I have to make do with the drone I've got. Why did I tell you all these stories about me? Well, because it's goddamn windy outside today. I can't fly the goddamn drone. But I hoped you liked the story about me losing the boat in the middle of the lake. It wasn't funny, by the way, at the time, but I could laugh about it later. I bet you'll be glad when this drone craze finishes. Actually, so would I. It's wearing the hell out of me. Nice bit of male bonding. Thanks a lot, guys. Take it easy.